What's up, y'all, and welcome back to another video. In today's video, I'm doing my wattpad, whatever reading collection. It's not gonna be every book that I've read, but I will be recommending some books that I think are really great books. They all different types. I read everything, honestly. Like, I do not discriminate on what I read. I will read anything by anybody, and sometimes it turns out for the best to be some really good books out here, and sometimes it doesn't. So it really depends, but I think I've read some pretty good books. So I'm just gonna go over a few of them, and yeah, I'm just gonna read off like 10 maybe to recommend. So let's get
Hey, 300 beats going crazy.
So the first book series I want to talk about is the Stay With Me series, which is by this girl named Ava, and I think it's 3 books in the series, or maybe, yeah, it's 3 in the series. It starts with Still With Me, and well, it starts with She's With Me, then it's Stay With Me, and then it's Still With Me. It's a 3-book series, and it's really good. I'm not gonna give too much away, but it starts off with this girl who's moved to a different city and she got enrolled to a new school, met new group of people, and yeah, it's really worth the read. But the thing about this book is now a paid story, so you have to pay or win coins to read it now. So everything is worth it. You should definitely read that. I do like that story. Other stories I would like to talk about is a few stories by this girl named Ken. She has some amazing books. I'm actually reading one of her series right now, but I started off with her book called Cassandra Bailey, which is about the most wanted woman on earth. And y'all, when I started reading it, I was like, okay, I couldn't really get into it. Then I kept reading it, y'all. Amazing. So that's a really good book. And then she had this book called Journey of Life, which is about 4 different women all in one book, and each chapter just change point of views, and they all are connected in some type of way. Wonderful book. She can really write. Then she has a book called Musical Transition. It is a Ryan Destiny fan fiction, but like, you can't even tell it's a fan fiction really. I knew nothing about Ryan Destiny. I just decided to read it because her other 2 books were really good, and y'all, yeah, worth it. And then she has multiple books. Okay, she got a book called Hardaway, which is a trilogy, and it's about 4 different people. Like, the first part of the book is about 4 different people. The next part 2 of the book is about 4 different people, but they're connected to this group of people. And then the third part is 4 new other people, and they all of it's connected, and it's really nice. And I'm reading her book called Truth Behind a Smile. It's actually a 6-book series, and I'm just on the first book, so I can't really talk that much about it, but I love it so far. I just love her writing and how she writes. So that's a really good book, and it depends on what you're into. So it's these books that I read, they're like urban fiction or whatever, and it's really about like drugs and the street life and living in poverty and all stuff like that. It's a book called Taking Chances, which is really good. It was a girl who was in college trying to make it while her only living relative, was very sick, and she wanted to take care of them, and she wanted to take care of everybody, her family, but just ain't working out. So Taking Chances, and that book is by this girl named Jupiter Script. So you can definitely read. You can look into that. If you search these books on the app, 9 times out of 10 you will find them. So that's that book. Another book that I do recommend is a book called, let me see, The Nights. The Nights is a really good book. That's also urban fiction, and it's written by T, and it's just about 2 people that got married in Vegas. But yeah, y'all just got definitely worth it. That book is worth the read. I'm not even gonna say too much. Y'all just know read it. This book called Bougie. It's probably one of the top urban fiction books on this app, and it's by this person named B90s. It got 1 million reads. Like I said, if y'all look these books up, y'all will find them. And it's a story about two girls. Not really going to go into that either. I'm telling y'all, these books are just worth the read. So you just like have to read them, and that's with most of these. Read some more off. It is a lot of PG-13 books on here, so wouldn't want to recommend too crazy because I don't know who watching this, but yeah. Also, I have a lot of Harry Styles fan fiction books that I read because they really be the best ones. Like whoever be writing them be some good writers, okay? So it's a book called On the Run. Definitely recommend it. It's by somebody named Your Wife Jazzy. It's called On the Run. Definitely recommend. A book called Weightless. Also, Harry Styles fan fiction is written by Writer by Nature. Recommend it. I read a lot of books, y'all. Like this is all the books I've already read, and it's not even half of them. So, find some really good ones. And that's a really good book. 444 is written by B90s. Like I said, she has some really amazing books. I do read a lot of books from the same people because when they got one good book, they probably got multiple, you know? So I do stay within the same people. It's this like series. It's not a series, but it's a series by someone called Color Me Pink, and she has a lot of good books. And I'm just gonna read some of hers. So she has her Mind series, which is Mind 1, 2, 3, and 4. Really good books. I've read all of them. Like honestly, it's really good. Then she had this book called Pure, which Pure is like a spin-off kind of her book called Worthy. And Worthy also really good. And for Worthy, you have to read Worthy, Mistaken, Existing, and Living. You have to read all those books. So like all her books are kind of related. So you have to really find the first book in the series and go from there. But it's like so many different books all kind of intertwined. But like you won't be lost if you read one without the other. So she has some really good books. Her name is Color Me Pink, like I said. Really, really good books. Most of these are by Black people, but that's not all I read at all. So I'm trying to get y'all across some that's not by them. And Sawyer, that's really, really good. And it's by someone named Millie. 10 out of 10 would recommend that book. Like I said, a lot of these books have become very paid to read, but I'm gonna read out some of the originals that I used to read that I was so in love with. One of them's called, they're really corny by the way, so yeah, but Mr. Popular and I, The Bad Boy Saw Me Naked, Bittersweet, The Bad Boy Taught Me How to Fight, Something Inside, The Bad Boy is Possessive, Playing for Keeps, Covered in Ink, After 1, 2, and 3. All of them are good. And that's actually a movie now, so recommend you reading After. A book called P.S. I Hate You. That's a Harry Styles fan fiction. The President's Daughter, As Told by Nerdy, I Love You Best Friend, Bad Meets Good 1 and 2. Both of them are really good. Book called Oreos is about interracial relationships. Sperm Donor, really, that's a really good book. The Girl in the Hoodie. That's a really, really good book, and I think I'm going to end on that one because I 10 out of 10 do recommend y'all read all of these, and I do not want to say too many. So, yeah, that's all the books that I recommend y'all read on Wattpad. If y'all never downloaded the app, you should. It's a really good app with really good books on it, and they did just change a lot of stuff. So, like I said, a lot of original books and all the, like, really good books are now like paid to read. So I've already read them before they did that, but I'm still reading a lot of books now, and they're not paid to read, especially ones by Black people. A lot of books are not paid to read yet, but they will get there. So they still writing, still have a lot of books, but I think I gave you a pretty good list. So yeah, thanks for watching. If you made it to the end, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to your girl. And I will see y'all in my next video on Thursday. Peace.